Hey guys, what's up? Kipp here, and today I have a special guest with me to talk about Scary Movie. And now you can go.
What's up? What's
What's
up,
up?
guys? It's me, the one, the only heartbreaker here. I'm here with my buddy Kipp. We're going to discuss an amazing movie.
And we're not
You
talking
can go
about
from here
Cheetos.
until I'm ready to talk. We're not talking about Cheetos, Doritos. We're talking
Doritos?
about those
Yeah.
fried chips.
Yeah, hopefully we'll have a bunch of bloopers to come out of this. Okay, so Scary Movie, Scary Movie. Okay, this movie is great. It's fucking funny as shit. I love this movie. I love this movie. This movie is amazing. It's made by the Wayans brothers, who also made Don't Be a Mess at South Central. Have you ever seen that?
No, man.
Watch that movie. It's fucking great. It's pretty much like Scary Movie, just making fun of like hood movies and stuff. You know? Have you
Hell
ever
yeah.
seen The Haunted House? It's the
I'm
movies
pretty
with.
sure
Watch those. Those are
I've
pretty
seen a
good
movie
too.
called The House on Haunted Hill, so
No, that I'm talking
that
about like the one with like Shorty in this movie. He's the one who wrote that, and he's in it. It's really
oh
actually a fun movie. Just look it up really
oh I
quick.
need to watch it.
It's really good. There's two of them. There's two of them.
I I ain't looking it up, but I'll definitely watch it.
Yeah. Well, no, not right now, but you know. Okay, so the movie starts out with it's making fun of Scream pretty much, just Scream, and there's a couple other writers of this movie too. Have you ever seen Disaster Movie? Or
I've seen a little bit of it,
it's not very
but not the
good.
entire thing.
It's not very good. And two of the writers from this movie, Jason Friedberg and Aaron Seltzer, they wrote part of the script because I think they were writing the script when the Wayans brothers and anybody else were writing the movie were writing it, so they kind of like to mention like, oh fuck, we better buy this before somebody else does. So they bought it, and so they kind of like mismatched the scripts together into one to make the movie. But they're not very good writers at all. They really aren't. They suck. Because if
Yeah.
you ever see those movies, which I highly suggest not to doing it unless you like those kind of movies. Which then, if you want to have a bad time, then watch those movies. You know. But the movie, I love that it's R rating too, because parody movies now will just like have PG-13, and then like they'll have like an they'll have like an unrated cut.
Okay, so yeah. We
Okay,
were just
so we're
talking
talking,
about the opening, how it being a mockery of Scream
yeah, mockery,
and
Scream, and
some of the writers.
yeah. So the writers of this movie were Jason Friedberg and Aaron Seltzer, and they suck now. They made disaster movies like that. They make the movies, you know. I think they wrote a little bit of Scary Movie 3, if I remember right, which
I'm
that movie's
pretty I'm
okay.
pretty sure I'm pretty sure I heard that they did like wasn't it like the 40 the 40-second movie?
I have no idea. I have no idea. But
It's like the worst movie of all
oh, that's
time. Like a
disaster
bunch
movie. I
of
think that you're talking about. That's the movie they're talking about. That's
Oh,
like
oh wait,
IMDb's
I've
worst
seen that
movie
movie.
ever. That's
Oh my god,
IMDb's
that
worst
movie is
movie.
so funny.
It can be to some people. It just depends on your type of comedy that you like. Because Scary Movie
No,
is
no,
fucking funny.
I love that they have so many great actors and so many good directors, but they just waste it all. It's fucking hilarious to me.
Yeah, it just depends what kind of person you are. If you some parody movies like now, I've always kind of wanted to write a parody movie myself. I've actually started on a rough script for a parody movie, but it's like rough. It's only like the first 5 minutes, so it's not good. But
Yeah,
anyway,
you
we're
could
talking
probably
about
do one of
Scary
those.
Movie. What?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you could
So,
probably do one of those like parody movies back in the '80s that were like
like
20 minutes to half an hour maybe.
airplane stuff, those are really good. But
Yeah.
spoof movies now kind of suck. I understand why you like it, you know, but because
I'm just a guy who likes ridiculous shit.
yeah, you like ridiculous shit, but
You give you
I
you give
reviewed
me some blood and some tits and I'll be fine.
yeah, I reviewed Disaster Movie, and ugh. But this movie, it was written by the Wayne brothers, who are really good writers. They also made White Chicks too. You've seen that, right?
Nah,
You haven't seen White
but
Chicks? Watch White Chicks. That's good. That's good. That's actually good.
this yeah.
That's when they dress up as women. I
Does
love
it
it. We're
have
talking about like other stuff.
Yeah, let's just.
Yeah, we gotta
Isn't
actually
that
talk
the
about the
one?
movie. So it
Yeah,
starts with
yeah. We got bloopers forever, but
no, no, we're
let's talk
keeping
about the
this in
movie.
it pretty much since we're actually
Hell yeah,
we're keeping this
hell
shit in it.
yeah,
Hell yeah! All right, so
hell
the
yeah.
movie starts with like the killer talking about you want to have a little fun. Oops, I'm making popcorn. I farted. I didn't think you would hear me. Which shows that this movie's not meant to be taken seriously at all. It's a good way to
Yeah,
start the movie. It's a good way to start the movie.
it's a good way to start out and give you the tone of what they're going for and also what they are parroting. They're parroting.
Yeah,
I believe that they are parroting a lot
they're
of movies back
they're
in the
parodying
90s.
mainly Scream, mainly Scream. This scene
Yeah,
at
they
least.
also parody like movies like The Faculty and I know what you did last.
Yeah, I know what you
Those are
did
like the
last
main
summer's a
ones
little
that I
later
would
though.
say.
I think, yeah. And pretty
Yeah,
much, I think he's
we'll
like,
get to that scene
I
later.
want to see what your insides look like. And he says, turn a page. I think it's 54 or something. And you actually see, like, him looking at a page like it. And then you see the bitch with, like, boobs on the back, I think. Like I said, I love this movie's rated R, since not many spoof movies will show boobs and stuff now.
Yeah,
Because, you
it
know,
was a
they're
different time
pussies.
back then.
Movies now are pussies. That's what I gotta say.
It's set for Quentin Tarantino. Quentin Tarantino will
Well,
always
yeah,
do
except
some
for him,
crazy shit.
he'll do like rated R shit, but not many movies will
He'll
go into like rated R territory and shit. And pretty
yeah,
much she
man.
like beats the shit out of a little kid that's like at her door. And
They're like three little kids. It's
yeah, the
like the
three no wait,
funniest
no,
thing
it's
ever.
yeah, three little
She thinks
kids.
she's
One's with
beating
like
up
a
the
clown
baby.
mask. And
Yes,
then
she
Ghostface
thinks she's
comes.
beating up the killer,
Yeah.
but beats up a bunch of kids.
Yeah. And it turns out it's on like Halloween, like I know there's like Shriek, I know you did last time. You saw that movie at least, right?
Shriek, I know what you did last summer.
Yeah.
I've seen I know what you did last summer. I saw the sequel,
You saw the sequel. Did
but I
you see
don't.
the third one? Yeah, I got that
I
for
will always know what
Christmas.
you did last summer.
I think it's
Yeah, it's an all right
I
movie
haven't
for about
watched it
ten
yet, but
minutes
I
into
got it for
seriously.
like Christmas. I got it for Christmas, and you
Oh my
know,
god, this got to be like the worst Christmas gift of all
yeah, I got
time,
that and
right?
the Three Stooges DVD, which I love. The Three Stooges. I love the Three Stooges. It was like I think it's the ones with you know, it doesn't matter. We gotta talk about scary movies. So
Yeah, yeah, we gotta
anyway,
get on topic.
so "Hello, Drew" is pretty much what he says. It was a reference to Drew Barrymore in the original scene, which I love that reference. I didn't realize it when I first watched the movie, but she grabs a fucking banana. I think there's like I think
Knives and
it's
shit, and she
yeah, there's
beats
like a
people up
knife,
and
a
gets them
gun,
back
a
to work.
grenade when she grabs the fucking banana, which shows horror movie stupidity. It's a great joke. I love it. This movie is fucking
Yeah, I love it
hilarious.
too.
And then there's this that
I
part. Wait, what? what was,
I love how this movie like mocks the horror movie stereotypes of
yeah,
everybody being a little stupid
but
and takes it to like a whole nother level.
yeah, it makes it yeah. And then new spoof movies, they're fucking like they're making fun of like all movies, but this is just centered on the horror genre and maybe one or two extra like things, but it's mostly horror. And then the next scene's where she's like stripping down and shit in her fucking bra and
Dude, that's
panties.
the funniest shit
Yeah, she just
ever. I
oh
love
yeah, that's
that.
right. Go the way that you dead or live in it or whatever the hell it says. That joke is great too. That's one of my favorite jokes in the movie. There's a lot of good jokes actually. And then there's he stabs her and a
Lo-
fake boob comes out. Like she is pretty much fake boobs. That's why her boobs are so fucking big. And he's like, ew, what the fuck? Ugh. But then there's the guy there's her I think she says that's just her parents. I don't know if it is or not. It might be just random people. But she runs her the fuck over because she's sucking his dick. She's sucking his dick and he didn't notice her. I think in actually the last scene where Cindy is run over, the guy is actually the guy who's getting his dick sucked is actually the guy who runs her over. They cut it out though. But anyway, she's fucking dead now. She's fucking dead. It's like a 5 minute scene. That's way shorter than Scream, I think. I can't remember exactly how long Scream is, but
Scream was like 10
yeah, 10 minutes. It's
minutes
a couple of
because it
minutes.
took because before the killer started the creepy dialogue, he talked to her for a good like
Yeah, a couple of
4 minutes
minutes.
or
Yeah.
more. But in this movie, he goes instantly from being like the
Yeah, like a good guy,
fun-loving
you want to
dude.
have a little fun to, I'm going to see what your insides look like. Yeah, it goes directly from that. But then we got a scene with, I think his name is, they called him, no, his name is Bobby. Billy is his name is Creep. And Cindy, which is spelled with a C. I remember in one of my bloopers, I think I was calling Cindy Prescott a badass, but I called her Cindy Campbell by accident. I was like, fuck, wrong movie.
Oh,
But which is
oh,
actually a
dude,
joke in
that's
this movie with Dawson's Creek, you know? Wait, that joke, because the same guy who wrote Scream wrote Dawson's Creek. That's why the joke is in there. Because if you know the writer, you know what that joke is. You have to know, but you never seen Dawson's Creek, have you?
another movie I need to add to the
It's
list.
not a movie, that's a show. But don't watch it. Don't watch Dawson's Creek. Don't watch Dawson's Creek. But anyway, you don't really understand the joke if you know it. But then her dad's in there, and I feel like this. You know that guy from I can't remember his name right now. Fuck. Let me look up his name. He was in Spaceballs. Fuck. I know who the guy's name is. I feel like this
Is
guy would
he
have
the
been
guy who's
great
the
for the role.
president?
No, he's the guy who's the dog, Barf. John Candy, that's his name.
Oh,
John Candy. He would have been great in this role. I mean, look at him. He acts a lot like John Candy would. If John Candy wouldn't have been
yeah,
dead, he would have been great. It feels like this would have been written for him, you know?
yeah, man. Like some of these I'm pretty sure you know this, but like some roles are actually written for
Yeah,
the
some roles
actor.
are
Like
written for
Quentin
certain
Tarantino.
people.
Yeah, that's what Quentin Tarantino does. He
Yeah,
writes
he does.
for the actor.
And
And
sometimes he's
yeah, I
in the
would have
movie
loved to see
himself.
John Candy in this movie.
Yeah, but he sadly died, and I think he was 98. I can't remember the exact year he died, but sadly he died. It's really sad that he died so young.
98 is not young, bro.
Well, no, he wasn't 98. He died in the year of 98, I think. Let me see.
Oh, I thought you said he was 98, and I was
Oh,
just
no,
like,
he was like in his
bruh.
40s, I think. I think he was in his 40s or something. He 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. He was like 44 years old. That's
God
young.
damn, bro.
I know there's
Yeah,
another
man.
comedian that I really liked who died young who, I can't remember his name right now. Fuck, he's the guy who would scream a lot, like, "Oh!" and stuff like that, you know?
I'm sorry, man. I
You
only
probably
know
don't know
three
his name.
comedians.
He was in Married with Children. You ever seen that?
Sadly, no.
That's a good show. That's a good show. That one I would definitely suggest. But,
Yeah, I've
let's
been
see.
interested in watching it for a while.
I love Married with Children. That surprised me I haven't done a top 10 list. Let's see what his
Top
name is.
10 Married with Children.
I've been
Children.
thinking about doing that. But it doesn't matter his name right now. I know his name. He was in the fucking, you know that Tales from the Crypt episode? With the guy with the phone? Or he's hearing that voice in his head?
Is it from any season other than the first
Season
one?
3, I
Because
think.
I've only seen one episode in season 3,
Oh, then
and
you haven't seen it.
and
When you get to it, you're gonna love that episode. I can't remember the episode name, but you're gonna love it. You're gonna fucking love that episode. That's one of my favorites.
yeah, man. But
But what?
let's
Yeah.
continue.
Yeah, let's continue. All right, so Bobby and Cindy are making out, and there's that like he can't get into her pants. This was like a thing there, and then we get to the PG-13 scene. I show this to people
That
to fuck with them. To be honest, I'll be like across the
dude,
room, and I have a scene of it on my phone, and I'll just show it to them randomly.
yo, dude, that scene like genuinely disgusts me when I
Yeah,
watch
I
it and I
know.
have to like fast forward it. It's disgusting.
It's
There are a
supposed to
few
be
scenes
disgusting.
in this movie that disgust me. There are about 3 scenes that disgust me in this movie, and we'll get to them.
We'll get to that, yeah. But this scene is, I'll show it to like random people just to fuck with them because
Oh my God, you
I have
showed
it
it
in
to
my
random
April Fool's
people.
video. I have it in my April Fool's video. Don't watch it if you don't want to be disgusted.
You're hurting me, man. That's too fucking funny.
Okay, then we got Shorty, the best character in the movie, in my opinion, probably him and Ray. Since they probably just wrote these characters for themselves, since these are the writers, you know.
Yeah,
And
Shorty's the guy
then
who
you also
smokes
got
pot.
Brenda, who they're in a movie together too now. I think they're in the movie Naked together. It's his wife. You probably haven't seen that movie. It was okay. It was okay. It's on Netflix, but it's okay. Lunch is not a class, Shorty. It is when you got the munchies. No, I can't do Shorty's laugh. my, my voice is a little fucked up, but
Sorry, I can only do the Joker's laugh. But Shorty,
okay, let me see
he's
if I can do it.
easily the best part of this
Yeah,
movie.
he is. I can't do it right now,
My
but
my my favorite scene in Shorty is when he's like, "Yeah, me and her were real close until the woofies reared off, and then she started pressing charges."
then I got my tongue out of her ass and left. Yeah, I know.
But my absolute favorite line is, "Run, bitch,
Yeah,
run!"
run, bitch, run. That's a great line. I love that line. That's like every person watching a horror movie. Run, bitch, run. That's like everybody. Everybody watching a horror movie says, "Run, bitch, run."
If I
Because
could
people are
edit
so
every horror
stupid.
movie, when a girl is running, I would just have that edited in
Yeah,
so
that
it's like,
edited.
just run, bitch, run.
It surprised me. I haven't made that joke yet in any of my reviews. Surprisingly, I made a couple of scary movie jokes. Is mainly in my Scary Movie 5 review, which I'm not a big fan of Scary Movie 5, to be honest. I know you probably are, but
I've only seen the first three.
oh, you only seen the first three? Okay. Well,
I need
4
to
and
watch
5 are
4 and
okay.
5.
Yeah, the only way you can get
I
4
heard
is unrated.
them has Snoop Dogg in it. I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
that was in
5
like the
is
third or
Snoop
the fourth
Dogg.
one.
Scary.
Oh
Did you
god,
watch the
man.
unrated or regular version of Scary Movie 3?
I'm pretty sure it was the one on Netflix. So I'm pretty sure I
Okay, when
watched it.
you watch unrated cut, that's a little better. It's a little better. Run, bitch, run. I love that line. Then you get introduced to Ray, and I can't remember the guy's name, but he's a bunch of Wayne brother movies. I can't. He's also in Freddy vs. Jason. He's that
Yeah,
cop.
man.
Yeah, he's pretty good
Yeah,
too.
man.
Ray's like, does this shit look gay? Yeah, I'm totally not gay. Yeah. Yeah. No, he's more like manly about it. But then there's that scene in Scary Movie 2. Tucked in or tucked out? That scene you probably had to look away. That's one of the scenes that disgusted
Scary
you.
Movie 2 was one of Scary Movie 2 is the only real like scary movie that I've seen where I didn't have to look away because none of it was really that
Oh yeah,
scary.
you didn't. All right. Scary Movie Two is
Scary Movie
like
2 is my favorite.
Scary Movie Two is my favorite, but that's because the writing isn't as good. Because the Wayans brothers didn't have enough time to get ready to write it. They had like a year to write it, which for a parody movie is not good at all. You need like
Yeah,
a
but
good yeah.
they did good with what they had, man.
They did good for what they had, but if they would have had more time, the movie would have been like so much better. But either way, it's good.
Yeah.
And then they have what was it oh yeah, they have at least you got one A. And then we get into the scene where we're getting into I know what you did last summer with all of them like making out in the back and shit, and oops, my bad, and Brenda wearing granny panties. You know,
That was the funny.
that's
That was
funny. Yeah,
super funny.
I'd like to get
It's
in
just
your
like it was
pants.
laundry day.
I'd
Let's
like to
do
get in your
stuff.
pants. What size are these? You know. And then he's like, it's raining men. Hallelujah, it's raining men. Hey, hey. He's singing the song, you know? Then they change the radio and shit.
Hallelujah.
And then he gets like a bee head stuck on him and shit. Like,
Yeah.
that's. And then she accidentally is like sucking his dick, I think. I'm not sure if his dick is actually out, but he definitely didn't finish. He definitely didn't finish. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if she. I'm not sure if she was actually like sucking his dick or not, or her face was just on it. But either way, they run into this
It was
guy.
probably like Tommy Jarvis in Friday the 13th Part
Oh
6 when he
yeah,
has his
when he's like
face
looking at her
on top.
crotch and shit. There's like so many
that was
shots.
that was like the creepiest moment of the film for me. It was just like him just looking at it with like
Well, no, it wasn't her fault.
this like blank
She like
expression.
wanted it though. She wanted it.
It
But
was
pretty much they ram into this fucking guy, and he's like, "I'm okay, I'm fine." And we hit a boot. That clip I used. That clip I used before. Because that clip, that's making fun of the movie, like, definitely. Since she picked up the boot and, like, oh my god, in the movie. You know?
yeah, I know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then the guy's like,
my favorite part about that scene is when he's like, "Yo guys, I'm fine," and they're still talking about how they just killed him, and then
yeah,
the
they
guy
don't notice him.
puts the he switch his alcohol bottle and it whacks him on the head and
Yeah, and
that kills him.
they dump in the water, and I got a cough. Damn. Okay, so they pretty much. Oh yeah, that's right. Shorty comes. Shorty comes. That's right. He's like, you got some papers? I got papers, blunts, bongs. I got all the ingredients to make a hot pie. I'm not gonna say the word, but I probably could. But that scene is pretty good. It's
You're a
pretty
white
good.
man. You can't do it.
Well, I can if I
You
have
need
a
to have the
pass. If
Edward
I have a
pass.
pass, yeah. If
You
I
have to
was
have
talking,
the pass.
I've gotten the
Okay, you
pass
don't have the
before,
pass.
but
You need to have it like legit signed by an official black man. Okay.
yeah.
They
Okay, so then the next scene, they dump his body. Oh yeah, they take all his money too, and they're like,
they're like,
oh
well,
yeah,
we might
maybe
as
this
well kill
bitch
him. We
got
might as
some
well rob
money.
his bitch ass.
Yeah, that's it, that's it. Those
We
drawers
killed
are
him. We might as
mine.
well rob his bitch ass.
Those drawers are mine. No, no, those drawers are mine. And then the guy's like choking Cindy, like pretty much choking her, telling her to like, you say nothing about this, bitch. Don't say nothing. Well, you just mentioned it. I can't remember his name. Fuck, whatever his name is. That seems pretty funny. Because that's pretty much what happened in the movie, except with the last part. But he was pretty much like fucking choking her ass.
Yeah, man.
And then we got Doofy. Doofy. He's the second funniest
Oh
character
my
in this movie.
god.
He's making fun of Dewey so well because Dewey is like this he's kind of a little bit of a dumbass, but they make it so much more in this movie. It's fucking funny. Oops, I shit.
I love it. It's
Yeah.
so funny.
Officer Doofy
I'll get to it when
reporting
we
for
get to the
duty.
last scene.
Yeah, and the last scene, that's actually, we'll talk about that later. But he's like
Yeah,
so
man.
funny. Like he's like a child pretty much. Did you watch the end credit scene at the very end? Like the very end of the movie?
I'm pretty sure I did, but
Where he's like
I
getting
don't know.
his dick sucked by the vacuum. There's that scene too. Not many people see
No,
it.
no,
You didn't see it?
no.
There's an end scene where
I
like,
didn't watch the credits fully.
okay, so there's like
This isn't
that
a
scene.
Marvel movie.
Yeah, I know. Like as a kid, I always used to like look at the very end credits. I always did it, even before Marvel. Even before Marvel, I would do that.
Yeah, man. I used to do that too, but
I
I kind
still
of
do it
stopped.
sometimes. Well, I definitely do it now if it's a new movie. It's just in case. You gotta see if there's
If it's
something to
like
dance.
Halloween 2018. Yeah, I'll stay for the end credits at the theater.
Yeah, I didn't see the movie in the
Sure.
theater, sadly. I wanted to, but I couldn't. I didn't have any money.
I I didn't see it neither, man. I'm
I'm gonna
broke.
see Halloween Kills hopefully in theater though.
Oh
Hopefully.
hell yeah, man.
Yeah, yeah.
There's no way I'm not seeing that movie in
Yeah,
theaters.
I'm gonna see that movie in theaters. Hopefully, since they're shot like back to back, they're hopefully won't be like. Hopefully they'll be good in quality, since back to back movies they're like, eh.
I mean, like it could be the Lord of the Rings good, or it
Yeah,
could
Lord
be
of the Rings was
Apocalypse
shot
good.
back to back. That was really good. They were able to shoot that movie like back to back and have it be good. Since you need
Like
time to make a
completely.
movie. Like these parody movies especially, you can't be like, oh, this is funny and this is funny, this is funny. No, you have to like have test
You
audience and
have
shit watch it.
because not everything is funny to everybody.
Yeah. Reviewers almost never give like spoof movies good reviews unless it's like some like airplane or scary movie sometimes. Because it just depends on your sense of
Yeah,
comedy.
and people still call it the worst movie of all time.
What scary movie?
Yeah, I see a lot of people saying it.
Oh wow, that's definitely not the worst movie of all time. I've seen way
Oh
worse.
hell yeah.
Like Hellraiser Revelations is one of my least favorite movies ever. It's not like bad, like really like so bad it's good. It's just like bad. I hate it.
My least favorite movie of all time is The Dark Tower, and that's because of how much I love the books. And yeah, it's nowhere near Dark
Yeah, I
Tower.
can understand that. Since if you're a fan of the books and you don't like the movie, I can understand it's your least favorite movie of all time. Since
Yeah.
sometimes the movie isn't like really just like fucking bad, but you just hate it. You just hate it. So anyway, we're getting
I
back to scary.
genuinely think the movie is bad, but let's get back to Scary
I
Movie.
didn't watch it, so I can't tell you, and I didn't read the book yet. So anyway, scary movie. She sees a ghost face out in the window, which is the only scene that actually looks a little bit like the actual ghost face mask. Let me find it really quick. So pretty much is
Oh,
like I know
I
what you did
prefer
last
this
summer.
mask over the Ghostface mask. Just like it's funny.
Yeah, it's just like funny. And
I
then
love how
we,
the mask changes
yeah, the
to
mask
like
changes. Like we'll talk about that scene later. You know,
yeah, what's up?
what's up? So anyway, we get to the scene where the sheriff, who's I know this guy is. He's actually a really good actor. He's in a good amount of movies that I've seen. I can't think of any off the top of my head right now.
Those sheriff pictures, man. I mean, like
Oh
I don't
yeah, the
know. They
sheriff
they give me
pictures.
real
Is that one of the scenes you
that.
couldn't look at since it was disgusting you?
No. That scene was perfectly fine
That
with me.
seems
That scene
fine.
was hilarious. I
So
was just like, oh damn, man,
they're talking about their
scary
mom
movie
being a
now,
whore.
huh?
They're talking about their mom being a whore, and then she walks in. How is she in bed, Cindy? So she's damn, damn. When you think about that, damn, just damn.
Damn.
I don't have too much to say about this scene except for Shorty shits his pants. That's it. That's it. So anyway, we get to the next scene, and you see a dude's ass, which yeah, that's one of the scenes I look away. That's one of the
Nah,
scenes I look
that
away. I think Randy
that's
slaps his ass. I think there was a deleted scene before this where he was like he was at like he was playing football and he was saying a bunch of numbers. I think I can't remember the scene off the top of my head. It wasn't very good. That's probably why they cut it out. But so the guy's like hitting the bag and shit, you know, like working out, having the thing hit him, and then you get to see his dick. Yeah, yeah. You look away, right? That thing is small. It's like teeny tiny. It's like a tic tac. It's like a tic tac. It's like a
it
tic
was so
tac.
small I didn't even notice it.
No, I can't even see. It's like a microscopic. It's like so fucking small. A small dick is like a disability, man.
It's like you would have making fun of a guy in a crutches, would you?
It was like a wheelchair, I think. It was a wheelchair. And then
Yeah, it was a
he shows
wheelchair.
all the girls for somebody. And he shows like everybody and Shorty the picture. Why would you do that? Why would you show? Because everybody just
You
starts
just
laughing.
ruined you ruined every relationship with every woman you're ever gonna have
He
in
showed
this
his
high school
girlfriend too, and
environment.
she's seen his dick
Ever.
before. I don't know why she's laughing, but she's seen his dick before, and she's fucking laughing. It wouldn't surprise me if the first time she's always like, and she's pointed at it and laughed. It surprises me she's even so with him after that, because his dick is so small. Even Shorty's there too and laughing at it.
Dude, Shorty is the best,
Yeah,
man.
Shorty's the
He's
best. I
always
kind of wish he
fine.
was. Scary Movie 2, I think he's in more of the movie. Which is.
My favorite Shorty moment is from Scary Movie 2 at the end when
Oh,
he's
yeah, with the brain on
getting his
drugs.
dick sucked.
Oh, when he gets his dick sucked. Okay. You're talking about the end. I was
Yeah,
thinking
by
about the
him.
scene that was making fun of Hannibal. So, anyway, we
When
get the scene
I see
making.
dead people.
I see dead people. I think in actually the trailer, they actually show a Dorito instead of whatever the hell he's holding for some reason. They show a fucking Dorito. I don't know why. I think that's what they show. But they
Dude,
show a Dorito for some reason. I don't know why.
the trailers are like the movie.
Yeah,
They're funny.
yeah, I don't know why they show a Dorito. This shit is awesome, man. He's holding a Dorito. I don't know why. So anyway, they make fun of the scene so well when they get to the. I know you did last summer with the one guy dying. She's like, everybody thinks she's like acting, you know, and it's just like, holy shit. Nobody has any reaction. It's fucking hilarious. I think they're just laughing. She's a good actress, though.
Dude, it was good acting though.
It's good
It
acting,
it,
yeah.
it 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 was like genuinely good acting from a film that didn't really need good acting, which I thought was pretty
I'd
funny.
actually say it's better acting than the actual movie. Like, I know what you did last summer during her scene, actually. I'm not even lying. I'm not joking. It's actually slightly better, I think.
Um, I'm pretty sure that that scene is a reference to I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Yeah, it's a reference I know
I'm
you
pretty
did
sure
last summer.
the exact same happen the
Yeah,
exact same thing happens in that movie.
but nobody,
In a
like,
scene.
everyone reacted to it, and she was like, she tried to save him and shit. And he, like, dies, and he, like, I think he slits his throat. That's what I think. And she actually wins that shit. And she's like, it's like, what was the
Fuck
song?
him! I don't give a shit. Let me win.
Yeah, fuck
I
you.
don't give a shit about him.
Fuck
He had a small
Greg.
dick. Let's
I
go.
won. Yeah. Yeah, she's just like that pretty much. And I think somebody throws a vase at her. Let me listen to the song really
My
quick. I can't remember it.
my favorite moment is when
Oh yeah, talk about her like
before they're all
ass and shit,
dying.
how hot she is and shit. You know, it's
Yeah,
like,
the guy's like saying, "Yeah, I had a piece of her ass too."
oh yeah, yeah, that. All right, Buffy. Yeah, it's like that. And somebody throws a vase at her and scene ends. And this scene is also really good since you know now in I know you did last summer, his body just disappears and there's like no blood there at all. This killer is actually like full out clean up the blood and putting away the body in this version. It's like so
Dude,
good at making fun of
that was
that.
so funny.
Yeah,
That was
cause
like so funny because you genuinely think these guys are this dumb not to look around.
yeah,
If they looked around, they would have found him.
yeah. And in the
I thought it
movie,
was pretty funny.
they didn't see the blood because somehow the killer like cleans up the blood so fast, and he's actually cleaning up the blood. Then it just makes it work. The only problem with some parody movies is that you have to see the movie to understand the joke completely. That's the only problem with like ones that have lots of references. But these jokes, they're funny even if you don't really know the genre very well. This movie is fucking hilarious.
Yeah, man, this movie is one of the funniest parody
It's
movies
one
I've
of
ever.
the probably my favorite parody. This and Airplane the Naked Gun are some of my favorites.
I'm pretty sure there's a movie. It was parodying Friday 13th. It was like Friday,
Oh, I
like
think
Friday Part 25
yeah,
Unmasked.
I know you're talking about. It recently came out. I was actually asked to review that. I never could do it though, since I didn't have any footage, so I couldn't review it fully. And it kind of
I
like
thought the movie
fell through.
was like
It was a Friday. Oh, it was something camp. Part 3 in 3D or something like that. I can't remember the name of it right off the top of my head. I was asked to review that movie. I couldn't do it. I probably could have, but oh well. It went through. The movie was okay. When I look back at it now, it wasn't very funny. Okay, so Cindy's in the bathtub and she gets a call from the killer. And then you get this
I
scene where the camera like hits her in the face. Which
yo,
it
dude, that was like the perfect part in the trailer that said, "Hell yeah,
yeah.
I'm gonna watch this movie."
And I think at first it tries to be like serious and then it like hits her face in the camera. And then it just gets like all like not serious at all. And that scene is really good, especially for the trailers, since the trailer for this movie is actually good. One problem with the trailers now though is they like spoil the movie. Did you see the Pet Cemetery trailer?
No,
Don't
but I
watch
did
it. Don't
watch a
watch it if you
portion.
don't. If you want to watch the movie, don't watch Pet Cemetery trailer. It spoils the whole
I already
like
spoiled
a big part.
myself on the movie by watching.
By watching it, yeah. But if you watched the trailer, it would have spoiled you the hell. Since you probably wouldn't have liked it as much. Since they need to do trailers better. Since did you see Terminator Dark Fate? Since I didn't. The trailer showed like
No,
almost
I
nothing.
haven't. One of my buddies told me it was god awful, so I didn't watch it.
Yeah, I didn't watch it, but that was because the trailer showed absolutely nothing. Which in Genesis and Salvation they spoiled the movie, like showing that John Connor was a Terminator. Which there you go, spoilers for
Dude,
Genesis.
they, don't, dude. Genesis spoiled itself with the poster. They didn't even
Yeah,
need a trailer.
they didn't even
They,
need a
they
trailer,
were like
right?
every single trailer that ever spoiled any movie.
But on the
They just said,
poster,
"Hold my beer, I'm gonna spoil it on the fucking poster."
yeah,
That way, even if you avoided all trailer, every news, and you just walked into the theater blind, you still wouldn't be blind because the fucking poster outside of the theater would spoil the fucking movie for you.
yeah. But if you didn't know who John, like, if you didn't see, if you like didn't
Let's
know that it was supposed to be
let's
John Connor, maybe, but it still would have fucked it up since you can tell if you look at John Connor in the movie, then you see the poster, you're like, oh shit, he's a Terminator. Don't trust that motherfucker. You know?
Yeah, man. it ruined the movie, and it's one
Yeah.
of the worst time travel movies and one of the worst
You
movies of
think
all
Genesis
time.
is crap? I thought it was
Oh hell
okay.
yeah, man! It's fucking garbage. It not only ruins the Terminator, that it not only ruins that movie, but it ruins the freaking series. It
I
messes
thought it
up
was
the
better than
greatest
Terminator
sequel.
3. I thought it was better than Terminator 3. I just wish it had an R rating and it didn't spoil itself. But anyway, we gotta get back to scary movie. I love how we're getting
Yeah,
off
let's.
topic so much.
Dude, it doesn't matter. It makes this fucking fun, and also we
It
got
makes it
really
so
good
much fun. Yeah,
scripting
it
and
makes
stuff.
people laugh. That's what entertainment. It makes people laugh.
Yeah, that's the reason people watch scary movie.
That's
You
the
know.
problem with me doing like some of my streams alone. I can't be funny unless somebody's actually in the chat. That's the best way to be funny.
Dude, you ever want to stream with me, dog? Just ask, and
Yeah, I'll ask you next time. Okay, so this
dude,
scene
I
is
love
actually
streaming with people.
yeah, streaming with people is fun, especially in Friday the 13th. But anyway, we get the scene where he's like, tee hee hee, you'll never find me, tee hee. That scene is funny too, since the killer is like just there. I can see your
Just like I
feet.
bet you can't find me, see me.
I think he's actually like
She
tee hee,
finds.
tee hee. And he like hides like
You can't find me.
she can clearly see him even when he's like hiding like behind the curtain and shit. And then we get the scene where he's like she's throwing down like a fucking piano and which is making fun of Scary Movie or not Scary Movie. I always used to confuse those two movies names like Scream and Scary Movies and Scream's original name was Scary
That's
Movie.
because it was actually called
Yeah,
Scary
it's called
Movie, the
Scary Movie at
fucking
first.
movie.
That's the main reason why.
Yeah,
So
which
they're
is fucking hilarious.
that's a funny joke to have the original name, Scream. That's why I was so confused all the time. I always confused the names. I was confused, like, am I watching the parody movie or am I watching the horror movie? That's how I was like as a kid. And so
Yeah.
pretty much, she's like, she throws down her grandma too, and she gets run over by the fucking piano. That poor grandma. That poor fucking grandma. She gets a fucking piano to the face. So anyway,
I love that grandma. That was so funny. It's just like grandma, never mentioned in the entire film ever again, and only mentioned in this one scene, and she breaks her hip.
yep. My
It's
hip.
like my hip.
Yep. So
Damn,
then,
Jinx, you owe me
white
a
woman.
soda.
Oh, okay. So then, white woman
Yeah,
in trouble. White woman in trouble. That's what she says, and all the fucking cops come. All the fucking cops come when she says white woman in trouble, because that gets all the cops clearly. But anyway,
the hell is it a white woman?
yeah,
Is she
we're
over
coming. We're
18?
coming.
Hell yeah, we're going.
And then Bobby
Mm,
comes and he drops like I think it's a knife and a phone, which actually I think it would have been funnier if he dropped like a dildo or something. That would have been fucking hilarious if he dropped a
if
fucking dildo. That would have been fucking
it
hilarious.
it would have been funny if he dropped like a phone, then the dildo, and then like the mask, but it had the
The
tongue
mask
out.
with like the tongue out. That would have been funny.
Yeah.
So then now we're getting to that scene with the pictures, with him in his fucking bikini and showing it to her. That's one of the funny scenes. That's funny as shit too.
That's like funny. Are you sure? How about this one? This one look
Uh,
good?
just
Nah.
just lie so you don't hurt self-esteem. Yeah, it's totally hot. Yeah, but it's
I mean,
clearly
I
not.
wouldn't mind.
It's clearly not. So anyway, Doofy's in there, and they talk about his dick in the vacuum machine. Like, stop putting your dick in the vacuum machine, or something like that. Which.
He says like Mom told me whenever I wear this badge, I am an officer of the law.
hmm
Mom also told you to stop putting your dick in the vacuum cleaner. Stop
Yeah.
that.
And then later on, they show him with the vacuum cleaner. It's like I said at the very end of the movie, they show him putting having his dick in the vacuum cleaner.
Yeah.
And then after that, there's a
Gail is
reporter. I can't remember her name. I think
it's Gail
yeah, she gets her foot stepped on. Yeah. Wait, no, it's
by the fat
yeah, the
reporter.
guy. Yeah, the fat guy. They actually showed another scene with him. Like she was like stepping on his face. Like how he just like disappears from the movie at the end. There was like a deleted
Yeah.
scene with him, like she was like setting up the cameras and like stepping on his face and shit. So anyway, she gets like knocked the fuck out since I think it's because she said that her ass was fat. Because clearly, when somebody says your ass is fat, you punch him right in the fucking face. You don't even question it.
I mean
Mm.
that. I mean most women would probably take that as a compliment.
Well, okay. if somebody calls you thick, that's when you take it as a compliment. But if somebody says your ass is fat, you punch them in the fucking face.
Yeah,
But
they no
even
no
saying a girl is thick, that's even going into it. You're like, maybe
that's
I
why you
shouldn't
do that
say
to
that.
men.
Saying it to a guy, that won't even go through to them. They'll be like, whatever, fuck it, I don't care. That's like my exact reason, like what I say when somebody calls me thick.
I mean, you have that thick mask, you know.
Hmm? Yeah, yeah, I know. The mask is always. I'll always get the mask, Even when I do a face reveal, which will happen eventually, I'm not sure when. Not
No,
even
no, no,
people.
no, no, no. Here's what you need to do for your face reveal. You need to have two masks. So whenever you take off one, you
I
go,
already did that.
"This is my face, guys."
I already did that for my fucking um my fucking April Fool's video. I already did that. So hey, I already did it. So anyway, now we're getting to the what's up scene. Now we're getting to that scene, which the scene is so good, but it doesn't hold up very well since it's making fun of a movie, and it after the early 2000s it won't hold up too well, but it's still fucking funny. But you think it's funny still, right?
What scene are we talking about?
The what's up scene. Because it's making fun
I
of
think you're
something
just
that I
talking.
don't even know what it is, to be honest. It's making fun of something from like the early 2000s, you know?
Well, since I can't remember what it is, I'm guessing I didn't really laugh at it.
You didn't laugh at it? The what's up scene? The what's up!
Oh wait, yeah. What's up?
What's up!
I,
This-
I that
I was
that
saying
that
it didn't hold up as well. It does, but, it doesn't hold up as well because it's making fun of a movie. So if you watch the movie,
I think it holds up extremely well, especially because the killer's like, what are you doing? Chilling, killing,
smoking some bud,
drink some Mountain Dew.
Yeah, drinking some Mountain Dew. I think he has something. He's drinking something. I think I can't remember what it is though.
He's drinking
He
some
has.
rip-off Dr. Pepper, like
Yeah,
Dr. Thunder or something like that
I
shit.
can't see what it is. I'm looking at the file right now, but he also has Doritos in his hand too. I'm not sure what
Yeah,
flavor,
dude,
but
that is the funniest scene for me. It's like, what's that? And
what's
I love how his
up?
mask. I love how his mask changes.
Yeah,
It's
his
fucking
mask changes.
hilarious.
I'm not gonna keep that as the thumbnail because I already have the thumbnail done. I'll show it to you later, but it's just
Oh
a
hell yeah,
ghost
man.
face and a black background. It's not too much. But anyway, because I don't feel like putting too much effort into the thumbnail sometimes. Because I'm like, that took me too long.
It's funny because it looks like there wasn't enough effort put into this film, so it would be funny to have the thumbnail, not a lot of
Yeah,
effort.
just no effort. Yeah. So pretty much,
Just like a black background with
yeah.
the word of the movie and just say review under it,
It's not gonna
just
say
to make
review. It's
people
just gonna be
extra.
scary movie. No, no fucking like effort. It actually was a lot of effort though. It took me like 30 minutes to do.
Damn, bro, my thumbnails take me like 2 minutes, if
It
that.
sometimes my thumbnails take a little. Sometimes they take a while. It just depends. 'Cause what I do, like my regular thumbnails, my me in the movie, that doesn't take too long. But the thumbnails, and I have to like, cause some like movies, like I think it was Saturday Night Dead by
Hey,
Night too.
listen, man. Let's get back onto the movie. We can't
So
explain
yeah,
thumbnails in
yeah,
the
I
movie,
can't explain the
okay?
thumbnail. So pretty much, she gets like a pack, like a ice pack thrown at her, and then the
No,
killer
no, no.
calls her,
Dewey does that. Dewey's like, "Here's the ice pack for your hand."
and then he throws it in her face.
It's and they said, "Let me get one for your face."
Oh, it's
And she's
okay,
like, "No,
Goofy.
Dewey."
Yeah. So pretty much
Oh,
she gets
I
a
only
call from the
called him
killer
Dewey.
too. Yeah, she gets a call from the killer, and then it like scares the shit out of her. She's like, no, no, pretty much. And then Doofy comes in with the vacuum cleaner. He was clearly getting his dick sucked because it wouldn't surprise me if he has a boner. Because he's wearing like whitey, actually they're blue, but he's wearing like whitey tights and shit, and you can clearly see like his
The
like dick,
bulge.
yeah, bulge. You can clearly see a bulge. I'm not sure. I don't want to think about him having a boner or not. So anyway,
Oh yeah.
after that, Bobby or whatever his name is comes back, and this scene is like pretty much just like a soap opera. They're like, oh my god, you put me to prison, no. they're making fun of a scene from Scary Movie where she's talking about her mom being dead, but instead she's talking about some like random chick, I think. Do you
Dude,
remember
you
what she?
called it Scary Movie again. It's called Scream, dog.
Oh yeah, I did. Damn it. Fuck. Yeah, I do it now. I do it now. See, I do it now. I call it the wrong movie now. Fuck. So whatever the hell I'm talking about, I don't know. Let's just skip that
you
scene for now, since I'll just confuse this shit. So anyway,
Wait, let me go through it. Okay, so this scene is a reference to the scene in Scream where um whatever her name is, the final girl is being tracked down by the reporter, and the reporter says that it's your fault for your mother being in prison. That's basically the scene,
yeah,
being a rip off of that.
I thought it was the scene where she was talking to Billy, because she was talking about her mother being dead.
I'm pretty sure it's talking to Gail about it.
I'm not sure. I'd have to watch the movie again, or both of us have
I
to watch
have
the
to
movie.
watch
I
the
don't know.
movie again.
So
I've
anyway,
watched the movie a little
the
bit.
next scene, Gail swallows. I don't think we have to talk too much about the scene, do we?
Dude, that scene is like the funniest scene with
Yeah,
Doofus
Gail
in the
swallows.
movie.
They're like randomly
Gail,
talking. Yeah, they're just
Gail's
talking
the
about
reporter
whatever.
and she
Yeah.
swallowed.
Yeah. Well, there's not. This scene
That
isn't too
was
long, so we don't have to talk about it too long. So anyway, the next
yeah.
scene, if you actually look right, you actually see a girl's tits in the movie. You have to be like paying attention though. This scene
So
is
it's like
definitely
trying to spot a camera in a well-made movie.
yeah. Because sometimes you can see cameras clearly. Like sometimes you'll see like a boom mic or something like that. But here it's like in the background you can barely see it. But after a while I noticed it, and pretty
It's just
much
like you,
yeah.
the male eyes is like hooked on things that are for reproducing, so we automatically see
We
tits.
automatically look at the boobs. I
Yeah.
can't remember exactly what. I'd have to look at the scene. It's hard to find.
The the
Mm,
scene is one of Cindy's friends
mm,
pretends to get a phone
yeah,
call and she like
and she's
pretends
like
that the
fucking with
killer
her.
is talking.
I can't remember what
Yeah, and then
movie is
she
that
fucks with
making
Cindy.
fun of.
I think that's a scene from Scream.
It might be
I don't
Scream. I
know.
can't remember. I'm trying to
I
think of
mean,
what.
whenever there's a reference to a movie, like 90% of the time it's going to be
Yeah, it's
Scream.
most of the time it's gonna be Scream or I Know What You Did Last Summer. I think there's one making fun of the Matrix, but that's the only one that's not horror, really. I think. And What's Up? That's it. But anyway, next we get Miss Ball. Thanks for Ball your help. Oh God, you looked away from the
This
scene, right? I had to too.
yes, this
But
is like
she's
one of
full.
the
Just
funnest
has
scenes
like
where I was like,
balls. Balls is like hanging. These are long
I
balls
literally
too.
skipped forward this scene. I couldn't take it, man. It was like awful.
Yeah, so her balls are like so fucking long too. I mean, ugh, blah. You want to
Fuck.
skip the scene for now?
Yeah,
Yeah, let's skip
skip it.
the
We
scene.
don't need to talk about this shit,
So
man.
next we get the girl. She's I know she was also in Jack Frost too. She was in a bunch of movies. She's actually a really good actress. But anyway, this scene is actually one of my
Sunshine.
favorites. This is one of my favorite scenes since pretty much she's like, no, this is not real. Fuck you, pretty much. Like, oh, Mr. Killer, I want to be in the sequel. That's actually making fun of the scene with Scream with Tatum, with the girl in the fucking garage. Yeah, that's actually the
Yeah.
scene where the Ghostface name, because she calls him Ghostface, and that actually wasn't his name. It's actually just Killer originally, but the fans just called him Ghostface. But anyway, he's like full at stabbing her, and she breaks her own fucking leg, showing that horror characters are stupid breaking their own fucking legs. You know, like there's so many
Is this
killers
the
that just
scene
yeah.
where like she's so fat she can't go through
No, that's a
the
later scene. This is a
oh
scene where she's like faking her dying, like she's purposely breaking her fucking leg, and like getting Ghostface is like stabbing her, and eventually like cuts her fucking head off. Like I can't remember what she says. Like, oh, now I'm a gross decapitated head. Like, oh my god. And she's still talking, like, even when her head's chopped off. And he just
I love how
yeah.
the killer gets like extremely
He's
annoyed
annoyed.
by
He's like
her.
slapping his head and shit. He's like so fucking annoyed. He's like, ugh, fuck. You know? It's like, fuck. So anyway, pretty much after that, I can't remember what scene is it. Let's see. I think the party start. Oh wait, no, they're. It's like, what are you waiting for, huh? what are you waiting for? And shit like that. It's making fun of the scene I know you did last summer. You know what scene I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I know.
Mm. And there's a guy up there, and he like full out jumps the fuck off because of what she said. And that's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. That got a laugh out of me. There's not much to say there, is there? You got anything?
No, there's not really much to
Yeah,
say
there's not
about
much
that
to say
scene
about
other than
that
it's
scene.
pretty funny.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. Sometimes with like spoofs and shit, you can only say, yeah, that's pretty funny. That's pretty funny, you know? That's all you can really
Yeah, you
say.
can't really explain away why it's funny.
Yeah. It just depends on comedy. So pretty much after this, Ray is like getting like I guess dry fucked by fucking Brenda, you know, and he's like, oh yeah, put on this fucking like football uniform. He's like trying to fuck her up the ass and shit, and he's like, no, get me. He's like pretending this is a chick and shit. Yeah, it's funny, but there's not much to say about it, really. There's not much,
There's
really.
not much to say other than he's clearly gay and in love with
Yeah.
Ray on the football
Later on
field,
in the movie, it's like, I'm
which
not
is fucking
gay. No.
hilarious.
Yeah. It's a funny scene. Oh yeah, and then we get the scene where the reporters like seeing that one girl. You know that girl where in the beginning of the movie is like talking like all like boring shit, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah, well, she's
kinda.
the one that's being killed by a ghost face, and pretty much the reporter's telling her, "You're gonna die, and your boyfriend's already dead. You're fucked." And then she dies, and Ghostface is like, trying to just do my fucking job here. Now let me do my fucking job." And then they also make fun of Blair Witch as they're chasing her, and all the fucking like shit is like dripping down her fucking nose and onto the camera.
Yeah.
It's kind of disgusting to be
The
honest.
it's pretty disgusting, but it's one of the
It's
scenes that's
funny.
like
It's funny. Sometimes
it's funny
disgusting
because it's
jokes
making
work.
fun of a film that like most people don't like the film, but they know about it, so they know
Hmm.
about that scene, and it's pretty funny.
It's pretty funny. I've only seen Blair
I
Witch a couple times. I kind of want to play
I've
the
seen
video
it once,
game.
and that's enough for me.
Yeah, I kind of want to see it, but I'm not a big fan of fan footage. Unless it's a
One of my
parody.
buddies is a big fan of fan footage, and he says he'll watch 10 bad found footage film to find one good.
You find good one? Yeah, I understand. I can understand if people like fan footage. They're very cheap to
Yeah,
make, too. So anyway, now
I
we're
mean,
getting
all you
to...
need is a camera and like 2 or 3 actors.
Yeah, if you want to make a
Make
short
it
film
good.
at least. I mean, technically, if everybody plays everybody, but that's a little difficult to do if you want to make a good movie. You have to be a
The
really good
Blair Witch
director.
Project. The only thing that Blair Witch Project is
A lot of it was
they
improvising.
took they literally there was about 5 hours of footage because they would just wake up, record everything, talk about themselves, and like every single 3 weeks they would get food from the people who were directing the film, and that's how they shot
Yeah,
the film.
yeah, they would barely
There
feed
was
him. I
literally
remember
like
that.
yeah.
But anyway, now we're getting this Scream 2 scene that's like making fun of Scream 2. The beginning of that movie, which it's a little weird that there's a Scream 2 scene in this, though. To be honest, I think Scream 3 was not out yet, so that's why it's not in the movie at all. It was like I think it would have like just came out. This is in 2000, so Scream 3. Scream 3 is okay.
Didn't Scream 3 like came out in 1990?
No,
Or 90?
1990. No, it was 2000.
No.
2000. That
Oh.
was the year. Yeah, it came out a couple years after because Kevin Wilson didn't write the script or anything. So
Yeah,
anyway,
he was too busy making Faculty and
yeah. So anyway, we get like joke trailers and shit like that. I think when making Titanic, then we get a scene where like they're all pissing on a thing like racing and shit, seeing out who can piss the fastest or whatever or the longest, and that's pretty funny. But there's not much to say about it. Except that would be fun, except for if you unless you look over and somebody's like they'd probably get piss on the floor and shit. Oh no, that's the urinal. So well, either way, it wouldn't work. It'd be fun, but just don't look over. But anyway, then we get the dick in the ear scene. Ew, you looked away from this scene,
yeah,
definitely. I know you would have. Which, there's actually an actual
kinda,
hole. There's an actual hole for this
kinda.
scene. Which, compared to Scream with this, like, Ghostface, like, full of goes through the fucking door, there's an actual hole for the dick. I'm not sure if that's an actual dick or not. I hope not. It might be. I have no idea. Hopefully, he can get a dick in his face. but he's getting like full up put on, and it goes full up right in his fucking ear, which is like, what the fuck am I watching? No, that's what it
I
is.
I I I like the thing that the killer says after this scene. It's like,
I don't
what
think he
was it?
says anything, does he?
I'm pretty sure
What is
he
it?
says like he says something like I'm glad I came all the way through or
I don't
something
think he
like
says
that.
that. 1 minute, I have the scene open really quick here. Let me see it.
Oh,
Nope, he says nothing.
oh, I thought he did.
Nope. But anyway, Ghostface comes,
Damn.
and he's a full-out Ghostface mask now. He just has, I think he's might have raised clothes on or something like that. Let me see. I have the movie file open, so that's why I can see everything right now.
This is one of my favorite scenes. So this girl is being everything that everybody hates when they go to a movie theater is that girl.
Yeah, it's
And
really annoying.
it's funny to see like one guy just grab the knife and just kill her anyway,
That's
and
what
then
that's what you
Gandhi
want to
comes out of the
do.
woodwork and hits him.
That's what you want to do.
God,
Just kill her, you know?
my favorite part of that scene is when somebody dressed up as Gandhi hits her up the
Oh
side of the
yeah,
head.
I think he's saying that's for Big Mama's house or something like that. I think they're all saying like different films. I know Big Mama's house is one. It's a funny scene, and then she's like dead, and like everybody can enjoy the movie. Yay!
Everybody's saying like, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, and then so we get the scene
fucking
where
finally.
so now we're getting to the scene with the garage scene where the fat girl's in the thing, and it's like I think there's a horse and a cat scared first, and then pretty much Ghostface
And
is
the
here. And
killer comes.
she probably could have like charged at him and fucking knocked his ass down, but she decides her fat ass can go through the goddamn garage. Which,
I love how she breaks the garage.
yeah. But the funny thing is that in Scream, that shouldn't have been, like, realistically, that thing should have fallen down. So, this is actually somehow more realistic than in fucking Scream. I don't know how, but it is. It's funny.
It's damn sure is one of the funniest scenes.
Yeah, it's one
One
of
of
my
my favorite scenes.
favorites. My favorite's probably the What's Up scene, and, the part where, pretty much, yeah, what's up? And pretty much when Troy's like, run, bitch, run! And stuff like that, you know?
Run, bitch, run!
Okay, that was good. It wasn't a good, it wasn't the best impression, but it was a good voice. Anybody?
It was an old man voice.
Yeah, the old man voice. That was good though. So anyway, now we get to Bobby. He's there. He's talking about like the directors and shit. They're like off stage because he's saying it's like pretty much just a movie, you know. And
I,
he's
I
he
I love this scene how they like break the fourth wall and he's like, but it is a movie. See, there's the
yeah,
screenwriter,
he's like
there's the
putting his tongue up
cameraman.
and he's putting his tongue up and shit at him. I'm not sure if that's the actual directors or not. I don't think it is, but
I'm pretty
if I
sure
was
it is.
directing that movie, I would be there. I'd be like, fuck it, I'll do it. Because that's one way you can save money, you know. And they get their tongues
And
actually tied together. They
that scene
literally
I
get their
had to
tongue
look away.
ties. Yeah. And then we get
They
another
get
shorty
tongue
scene.
tied.
Yeah. Tongue tie. Yeah. Then we get another shorty scene where they're like toking out of like a fucking like a aquarium thing or whatever, and the killer goes in and takes a fucking toke. He full out like smokes, you know. It's fucking. And then if you look at his face, he's like smiling. He's like, "That's some good shit." That scene's
This is
great.
one of my favorite scenes as well. Whenever he's like rapping and he kills
Oh yeah,
everybody except for the
I'm gonna slash
smoker.
you, gash you, cut a hole in your ass. Split blood in the walls, don't answer the calls. Split the full rings, don't answer the calls. Fuck you like a goat. Peel your foreskin out and wear a winter coat. Peace. Something like that, right?
And I love how like he the who's the smoker guy?
Which one?
Like
Shorty?
the yeah, Shorty. I love how Shorty just like looks around and says, "Yeah, that's good shit."
That was the illest rhyme I ever seen, son, or something like that. So,
I've seen son.
yeah, that scene is great.
Scene was
But
fucking
anyway,
hilarious.
then we get the scene where she's like sucking his dick, I think, and she like full up bites that shit because he says it's like a tootsie pop, and he's like, "I can't wait to get to the chewy middle." Ugh, that's just like, oh, you just hear a sound, but oh, it just
Oh
hurts you.
god,
It physically
that's one of the
hurts
scenes I
you.
had to look away, man.
Well, you don't have to look away. You have to cover your ears so they don't show it. You're just like,
Yeah,
ugh.
they don't show it, but just thinking about it.
Yeah, just thinking about it, and then, so then we get back to Shorty. He's like, man, am I fucking stoned? You know? And they
Yeah,
prank call. And there's not much to say about the scene, really. But this scene,
it,
this,
it's funny because Jordy is like
yeah,
genuinely like a guy.
mhm,
So it's funny to see him and the killer react and like not give a fuck.
yeah. But then we get the next scene, which is the scene I actually have a lot to talk about. It's actually the story. So pretty much he like she she like is slapping him and shit like, what's my name, bitch, and shit like that, and he's like done, you know, and he like full of, like a bunch of cum comes out and like pushing her all the way up to the ceiling and shit. And I remember as a kid, I used to try to pause the scene so I could see her ass. And when friends were over, I would try to pause it to see if I could find her ass. That's what I would do, and it would take so long to get it perfect, but sometimes I could get it. That's what we used to do all the time. I just One of my friends were over, I just pause it on scenes with tits and shit, you know?
That's
Yeah, that's
that's
what I would
nuts.
do. Because I would think it was funny to do. Because it's just funny to do that, you know?
That's funny shit, man.
Yeah.
What I used to do is when somebody was like being killed, I would like pause it, and then whenever they would come in the room, I would instantly turn it on, so they would instantly have to see like somebody being shot.
Yeah. I've freeze framed, like, movies and shit, like Child's Play. I've seen, like, two in Child's Play. There's some weird looking shots. Like, you know that scene where Chucky's falling to the fan? Well, if you actually look, you can clearly see it's a fucking doll. It's like, it's clearly a doll. It does. It's just you can clearly see that it is. And if you freeze it, it looks
At least
fucking
it's
weird.
practical.
Oh yeah, at least
At
it's
least it's
practical.
practical. Yeah,
Practical effects are always better than CGI. Almost always, depending on what effect you need.
it's really CGI should be used for like spoofs, you know,
Hmm.
to make the movie seem like more funny.
Yeah,
You know, like Shaun of the Dead, it would have been perfectly fine if they used CGI, but I'm thankful that they used practical.
yeah. Practical is just so much better. It just depends what kind of effect. Since if you're doing something that's almost impossible with like practical, then you go to
Like if
CGI.
Nolan
You kind of have to.
can do it with practical, anybody can.
Yeah, it
Like
just depends.
the only reason I see that CGI should be used is for like backgrounds, you know?
And like
Like let's
superhero
say you
movies and stuff.
cannot let's say you cannot physically build the background for like a shot in a movie. You can CGI it and make it look almost perfect. But
Yes.
CGI should never be used for like guns,
Oh,
kills,
never.
anything like that. Never.
It kills
That's why Quentin
sometimes.
Tarantino movies are so bloody and gory is because it's real blood
Hmm.
gushing out of a guy's head.
Yep.
It's fun.
Real blood looks much better, but sometimes CGI, you just gotta bite the bullet and just go with it. Like whatever. CGI, it looks decent. Whatever.
Like to me, if they can blend practical and
Oh,
CGI,
but you blend
I
them, it
can
looks really
handle.
good. It looks really good if you blend
Yeah,
them.
yeah. Like
Unless it's
most
Freddy's
films.
face. Unless it's Freddy's face. That's the only way.
Oh wait, you're talking about in the remake.
Yeah, I'm talking
I
about the
never even
remake.
noticed that it was I never even noticed that it was a
I did.
digital.
It looked like crap.
I
It looked like crap.
it looked practical because the only real green part was like on this like
Yeah, I thought it was always practical
sheet.
too, but
I
either way, it looks like
it
shit.
looks really. Either way, I did like.
I thought his performance were decent, but let's just get on with the scary movie. So
We'll talk about Nightmare on Elm Street later.
yeah, we'll talk about Nightmare on Elm Street some other time, you know. So anyway, Shorty, we already talked about the scene pretty much, so I think we can skip it, right? Flash you, gas you, cut and hold your ass,
Yeah.
you know. So anyway,
What's up?
what's up? So pretty much Bobby is stabbed, and he's bleeding out, and Shorty's in there, and he full out fucking shoots Shorty, and he's like, "You want to hit this shit?" As the shit's smoking off him, which I don't think you could technically hit anything off of that, but it's funny. It's funny. So, anyways, like that's just ketchup, baby. Oh, what my mom put in my spaghetti, baby, or something like that, right?
Something like that.
Yeah, something like that. So anyway, pretty much revealed that so Ray's now there, and he's like surprise in a woman's voice or whatever, and then in the Ghostface voice, and they're like, "We're gay." That's pretty much what they say, and he's like, "I ain't gay," which clearly he is. Clearly, you know.
And he's like, well, why didn't you stop sucking my dick when you were sucking it, man?
Yeah, if somebody, he's clearly
I
gay. He's
was just like,
clearly.
I didn't tell you to stop though.
That's true. So they're like whatever, and they're about to kill Cindy or whatever. Oh no, they're stabbing each other first.
Yeah,
And
to
like
get
he,
away with
he like
murder.
stabs the fuck out of Bobby. He stabs the fuck out of him, kind of like Stu stabbed the fuck out of him in Scream. Well, he wouldn't stab the fuck out of him. He still could have lived, but he stabbed the fuck out of him in this. He would have died. He would have died definitely. He did die, but
Yeah.
he wasn't
I
even
think
in the
you cut me
sequel.
too deep, Billy.
Yeah,
I love how they fall on each other.
yeah, they follow each other like they. Yeah, I don't think we need to explain it, but anyway, then the real killer. Oh wait, no, there's actually a reference to the Wayans brothers here, but it's actually a joke to them. Which is a reference. They had a TV show and it was canceled, and they referenced like they're pissed off that it got canceled. That's why he's stabbing him. One of the reasons, at least, which is pretty funny for them, at least.
Yeah.
But anyway, the real fucking killer comes, and then we get to like the Matrix shit. You know, I mean, it's funny, but it's not horror. It's the only problem with it. Because I feel that Scary Movie kind of screws up spoofs like now, since they just make fun of random ass movies. I don't care what it is. With spoofs, you gotta stick to a specific genre or type of movies, you know? And this
Yeah.
scene is fine. The scene's fine. It's funny. Because Cindy's is like in the air. Or I know. There's that scene where he like throws a fucking like, I don't know, pizza pan or something at him. And he's like, his back is like stuck and he has to fix it. You know? That's fun.
Yeah. Fun.
It's fun. Yes, yes, yes. So anyway, she's also dancing like an Irishman. I think there's like Irish music too, and she's like, and she's like dancing in the air and shit. It's pretty funny, but yeah, it doesn't look very good.
It's just the thing is I like the ref, but the thing is it should have been in like another movie. If it
Yeah,
was in another movie, it would have been way more funnier. Like
yeah.
if it was in a movie like entirely mocking the Matrix, it would have been hilarious. But
I think Scary
because
Movie
it's in a
3 makes
movie,
fun of the Matrix a lot.
because this movie is basically making fun of almost every horror movie ever,
Hmm.
it doesn't really make sense to have a Matrix reference in there other than it just being topical because the a year ago, you know?
Yeah. And also the scene kind of looks like shit when she's flying, like, in the air. But it's a spoof. You can kind of, like, you have to accept
You can
spoof
kind
stuff.
of say that it's meant to look like shit, which isn't a
I don't think it was meant to look like shit, but oh well. And then she finds her father, which again, this would have been good as John Candy, but he's like tied up with a fucking ball gag in his mouth. Clearly, they butt fucked his ass. They butt fucked him. They definitely did. Because he
yeah,
has like his
clearly.
underwear down. For some reason, he has like padding on his legs too. Like why? But it's funny if you think about it. You know. So anyway,
Murder scene.
yeah, the cops come and we're up to like the final scene or whatever with they figure out who it is, and this is actually kind of surprising. Actually, it makes fun of a horror film where the killer was actually the people they expected, like suspected at first, but you know he eventually got away, and so like it's actually Doofy, which is actually surprising since how much of a dumbass he is. But it
Yeah,
turns out
he
he's
was
fucking
playing everybody.
faking. He's faking being a dumbass, I
He's the
guess.
smartest one of them all.
Yeah,
The
and
only one
he's
that has
like,
to be a dummy.
he looks like a cool guy. You know, he's like taking off his like mustache, and he's like, I'm not sure if this is a different actor or not, but it looks like it probably is, to be honest. But he's like putting in a
Dude,
cigarette.
that's like my favorite scene because it's so funny. He
It's
just
a good
gets in the
ending.
car and like
It's
drives off. It's actually a reference to another movie
yeah, I said that.
where a
Yeah,
guy walks on crutches and then walks forward completely, and I very much love that scene because of the way he takes off all his shit, but he still has his juice box in his back.
Oh
You
yeah, he
know,
does. I think he also has the fake gun in his too, right? And I love
I'm
it
pretty
because it's
sure.
actually
Yeah,
a really
yeah,
good
the toy
ending.
gun.
Even through like a regular
And
film, this would be a good ending.
yeah,
And
and
so
of course
Cindy is
it's a
run
spoof.
over at the end of the movie, and that's how it ends. Well, except for the lead scene, like I said, the guy who's sucking his dick is the one that ran her over. But anyway, then we got Shorty saying the rules to survive: robbing a place. Yeah,
The rules to
you don't know what it is
survive.
at first, and it's kind of funny. It's like, just like robbing a place, you know. And I love this movie, I do. So anyway, the
I
movie is
love
now over completely, and this movie is just great. I love this movie, love it.
the movie is totally glorious.
Hey, you explain your thoughts first.
My thoughts on the movie as a spoof, it's really good. It has some good things, but some things don't age as well because it being a movie from 2000. A lot of those movies kind of referenced referenced other movies from the early 2000s, and because most people don't remember the early 2000s, they don't really remember the movies they're referencing, so it's kind of outdated. But other than that, you can still kind of have fun with some of the reference, like the "What's up"
What's
scene.
up?
You can
Yep.
still you can still have fun with that scene because it's just so funny seeing three or four people say "What's up" all the time, and we don't really know why. And ultimately, I think the movie was really good. There are some disgusting moments that bring the movie down for me.
Yeah.
That's why I'm giving it a 3 out of 4.
You give it a three? I'm giving this movie a fucking five. Now, normally I would be
Ooh,
like more critical, but I'm gonna give it a
it's
five
it, it
because
it's
it's a
it's
great
a three
spoof.
out of four.
It's a
Three
great
out of
spoof.
four in my ranking, which means it's like the second best.
Oh, you're giving it a four. Never mind. I always give
No,
mine
no,
as
no.
like out of five, but I understand you. That's fine.
It's a my ranking system is a 3 out of 4. It's rented on a regular basis. You
Yeah.
know.
hmm So anyway,
So yeah, that's the way
I'd
I would
probably
get it.
give it like if it was I was actually like, reviewing this movie like full out. I'd probably give it like a four. But I'm actually gonna give it a five for entertainment value because it's just really funny. You know, even though some scenes don't exactly hold up, it's really fucking funny. You know, I love this movie since the jokes, even the references, is still funny. You know, it's all still
Yeah,
funny, and I
man.
love the movie. You know,
All of it's still funny,
all of the
even though
movie.
some of it is outdated.
Yeah, even though it's outdated, it's still funny. You know.
Yeah, it's funny because now that the stuff is outdated, it's literally it's referencing itself at that
Yep.
point.
And
Because
so,
whenever people think of like "What's up," they think of Scary Movie,
yeah, I
the
think it's a
movie
scary
original.
movie, and maybe that's my
Yeah,
boy. Maybe that. Well, that came out more recently, but I think it's 2013. But anyway, I love this movie. I love it, and I'm glad this movie is now 20 years old, or about to be. It is in July. I'll make a second review on it too.
yeah. But
But
this
I
will
love it.
obviously be the better review.
Oh yeah, obviously it'll be more fun. It'll definitely be longer. I don't even know how long you've been talking, to be honest. I
We've
don't
been
even.
talking
I'm
for like at least an hour,
Yeah, I don't.
at
I'm not
least an
even
hour
sure
and
if I'm
10 minutes.
gonna edit it down too much. I might edit it down a little bit, but if it's funny, I'm keeping that shit in.
Yeah, it was like bloopers for days.
Bloopers is a
Most of it's
whole
gonna be.
video, which
Yep,
normally I edit my
yep.
videos, so it's a little different.
I don't edit much of my videos. I only edit in like a poster every now.
I love how most of our bloopers actually got into the review, because we were talking about Cheetos before it. But anyway,
Yeah,
thanks for coming on for this video.
yeah, man. Thanks. It was really good, and I hope I can do this again real soon with you.
Yeah, hopefully we can. It was fun. It was really fun to do this. Hopefully we'll
Yeah,
do it
man.
on like a horror movie next time, or a full out horror movie,
Well,
like you
a
know.
full out horror movie, man. Just tell me what we're doing, and I'll be there.
All right, all right. I'll tell you. I'll tell you when we can do it again. Hopefully soon. Hopefully we can have just like a podcast series. That'd be
Dude, that'd be
fun.
hilarious.
Yeah, just have a podcast series. All right. So that's gonna be end of this video, guys, and hopefully we can do this again. And
Yep.
now this video recording is ending. Goodbye.